Hello everyone.
Hello guys, welcome to Pitching in Line. Finally, IPL 2021 is up and running. We are going to talk about each and every individual teams, and we are going to have this detailed analysis of each team, their strength, weakness, their X factors, and what they should be looking forward to the season. So we're going to start with Mumbai Indians, the champions. Right now, they are the hot favorites to win the tournament again. They have been the most successful team in the history of IPL with 5 wins, and they're looking for a hat trick of championship. So, do you think is it possible of getting hat trick wins? No team has ever done that in IPL. So, do you think this will happen?
I think if any team can achieve this feat, I think it's in current form. I think it's definitely Mumbai Indians. The way they are playing, I mean, it's really cool to see that they are producing players for India. So if you see
Mm,
their seven Indian players, all of them have
mhm.
represented India now. So that's
Yes.
the power of this franchise, and they have not picked ready-made players. They have picked players and made themselves and prepared themselves and
Yes.
have given to Indian teams. So that is the speciality of
True.
Mumbai Indians, and that is why they
Mhm.
are there. So expecting a lot of things from Mumbai Indians this time, and Rohit Sharma will always lead from the front. So it will be a very interesting season for Mumbai Indians. Currently, especially
Yeah.
after Sky and Deshan Kishan has already represented India.
Mm. And Mumbai Indians are going to play a majority of their matches in Chennai and Delhi.
Yeah,
They're going to play 5 matches in their arch rivals Chennai's home ground
yeah,
and 4 matches in Delhi.
correct,
Both the pitches are actually quite slow and spinning tracks,
correct.
quite opposite to the pitches in Wankhede Stadium, which has a little bit more of bounce and has pace in the wicket. And that's why we see always MI having good fast bowlers, foreign bowlers, and everything.
Good.
And if there is any sort of weakness, I mean, I wouldn't really term it as weakness, but probably a little deficiency is spin department of MI. Do you think they're prepared to counter attack these 9 matches in those two pitches?
That I think they have a slight weakness in this aspect, as you rightly pointed out. I think
Mm,
that is the main reason why I think they have gone for somebody like Piyush Chawla. And
mm,
yeah, I mean, he hasn't been in that good form of late, and he has not been playing matches. But again, they wanted some kind of an experienced spinner in their ranks, so they had to go with him. So it's little weak. Kunal Pandya also, if you see, he is not your bowler who can give you 4 overs and pick wickets. It's not your attacking option. And even Rahul Chahar is inconsistent. He's on and off. So it will be, I think, Jayant Yadav will play a very crucial role in these initial matches.
mm.
And he has this, he always goes under the radar, and
Yeah.
he gives you those economical spells, and he has that instinct of picking up wickets. So even the last season we saw he played in the final, so he
Mm.
bowled really well. So that shows how good player Jayant Yadav is. So I think they should start with Jayant Yadav.
Mm. I think one biggest strength of MI always has been their planning.
Yeah,
And we have seen time and again of interviews of Rohit Sharma, Bumrah, or any MI backroom staff, and they keep telling they analyze the players a lot, opposition by watching their videos and everything. So I guess we can expect them to be ready and take advantage of those conditions. And coming to the strengths, what do you think is their main power?
I think their batsmen, they are top heavy. Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, all are stroke makers. They are like free flowing cricketers, and they also have power hitters like Hardik Pandya and Kieran Pollard coming down the order. So this makes them potent batting outfit, and also they have a good solid pace bowling attack. We have they have Trent Bolt, Jasprit Bumrah. So Adam Milne also is a new addition to the squad. He generates quite a lot of pace, so it will be interesting. But I don't think they will play Adam Milne in initial matches. But as the tournament
Yeah,
progresses, when they shift from out of Chennai and Delhi, I think he will be handful.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I think they have this range hitting batsmen as well with Kieran Pollard, Krunal Pandya. Hardik Pandya, even we have seen Sky and Ishan Kishan, Rohit, all of them are have this ability of clearing the ground very easily. And coming to the updates of MI, Quinton de Kock won't be available for the first match. So it is expected Chris Lynn to take his place in the opening slot with Ishan Kishan keeping the wickets. And so what do you think about their season is going to be like? What is your prediction of this team?
I think they will qualify for the finals. I can't predict the winners now, but definitely they have a team and they have the form to see themselves in the IPL 2021 final.
Yes, even I feel the same. They're gonna qualify for the playoffs for sure, and wouldn't be surprised if they again qualify to the finals. Until and unless the opposition on that given day, if they play very good cricket, they might beat Mumbai. But they are very primed to make it to the playoffs and to the finals.
I just
So
wanted
we
to
are gonna
ask
move
you
to
one thing. I just wanted to ask you one thing. So
this
you told that they will opt for Chrislen. So I have a different opinion. Why not they open with Ishan Kishan until Quinton de Kock comes and play extra bowler in Nathan Poulton who gives them a good option with the bat also.
Yeah, I think that is also possible, and you can definitely explore that option. Chris Lynn hasn't. I mean, he's not really known for playing spin, and Chennai track. I don't think it will suit him uh, as much. But I think you can try for it. But again, I think it depends upon. They have enough players. Even if you keep with Lynn, I think they have enough good players, and they're gonna play Bumrah for sure. They're gonna play Bolt for sure. The third seamer on Chennai track is something that we have to wait and see. The pitches which were played in Test cricket were spinning a lot, and of course the pitch will be slightly different uh, for the IPL. But I think for the first match, I think they'll go with 2 or 3 paces. I don't think so. They'll go with Coulter-Nile and having one more extra pacer.
Because see, even if they avoid Coulter-Nile, they also have the option of Jimmy Neesham, whom they can play along with Kyron Pollard.
Kyron Pollard. But yeah, I think they'll go with a spinning option. That would be better. I think they could bring in a player like Piyush Chawla or Jayant Yadav. See, Krunal Pandya is going to play anyways. Okay, let's make a playing 11. Let's so that it becomes easier. Rohit Sharma, he's going to play for sure. And for example, let's assume it's Chris Lynn, who's the opener. Number 3 is going to be Surya Kumar Yadav. 4 Ishan Kishan. 5 Hardik Pandya, Krunal Pandya, and Pollard. Okay, that's 7. Then bowling, you have Bumrah, Bolt, 9. Then you go. Then you need who else is there? Yeah, I think you can bring in Piyush Chawla or Jayant Yadav. Even if you pick up 2 spinners also, you have 3 spinners totally, and you have 2 pacers, and you have even Kyron Pollard. I think Kyron Pollard will be very effective in these kind of conditions. It's very slow, so I think he can bowl the slower ones, off cutters, in cutters. I think that will really help them. And even Hardik Pandya, I think he will chip in with 1 or 2 overs if it's very, very necessary. And like what you pointed out, I can understand with Chris Lynn. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually not pick Chris Lynn in the starting 11 only because of his history with the spin. And they could open with Ishan Kishan and probably bring in Jimmy Neesham or who else are there? Their batsmen, middle order batsmen.
Middle order batsmen, they don't have a proper middle order batsman for Indian middle order batsman. They have Saurav Tiwari. They have Aditya Tari.
Yeah, I think they can even try that also. See, MI is spoiled with options. They're spoiled with choices, I think. So on that given day, and it also depends upon the opposition, RCB. It also depends upon RCB how it's going to be. And where Virat Kohli and De Villiers, they have struggled against leg spinners. And even Maxwell gets out for leg spinners. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go with 2 leg spinners.
So that is Mumbai Indians now. So let's talk about the next team, which is going to play Mumbai Indians tomorrow. It's RCB. Lots of buzz, lots of excitement among RCB fans in social media. So they have already started making a lot of theories. They are saying that the last time Chahal and Maxwell played together, they Mumbai Indians won the trophy, and also they said that whenever a captain, has been blessed with baby girl, they won the trophy. So everything is falling in place for RCB according to that logic. Will this be RCB's year?
I think it's very hard to say. And see, I think RCB is a team. I mean, the fans, they are very, very passionate people. And it's, I think we have to give them credit for having that much fan following despite not winning. They always had superstars in their team, but they never won the IPL trophy. Diva got winning IPL trophy in the last 5 years. They only qualified twice.
Yeah.
So it's more with the team game. We have to understand it's not about the individuals; it's about the team game. And fans always, RCB fans bring in one, two, some other reasons every season. They keep saying Isala Cup Namde, and they'll give you 1,000 reasons for it. But coming to cricketing point of view, I think RCB after a long time they qualified last year, and this squad is definitely looks much better than the last year on paper.
Correct.
Definitely on paper, and bringing in Glenn Maxwell, I think it really opens up for Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers. I think they can play more freely. They can. I think they can actually go after the opposition. And I'm pretty sure, along with Glenn Maxwell, you're gonna either have Daniel Christian or Jamieson as well, if it is possible. So it's not like everything, all the burden is on Maxwell. You also have a hard hitters in Daniel Christian or Kylie Jamieson. So I think Kohli and De Villiers can definitely play with a lot of freedom. That's for sure.
So according to me, let's make a playing 11. What I think is, given the conditions in Chennai and players' availability, keeping them all these things in mind, I have devised a playing 11. So they will open with Kohli and Tejas Padikkal, and Mohammad Azharuddin at number 3, AB de Villiers at number 4, Maxwell at 5, Sundar at 6. Then they have Daniel Christian at 7. I mean, sorry, you can 6 Christian and 7 Sundar. Then Shabaz Ahmed, Siraj, Richardson, and Chahal.
Richardson and
Chahal.
Chahal. Okay. Did you pick Siraj or Saini?
I picked Siraj. I picked Shabaz Ahmed over Saini.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's looks a fairly good team. See, I think they can really go top heavy. This season, they can afford to go top heavy. Even I don't mind pushing in AB de Villiers at number 3. AB de Villiers and then at number 3, and Washington Sundar will be a very crucial player for them. Yeah, we have seen him growing in confidence, leaps and bounds for the last 6 months. And even if wickets fall, right, he has that ability to stabilize the innings. You can't expect Washington Sundar to come and play this aggressive knock of world, like 10 balls, 30 runs, or 12 balls, 36. You can't expect those things. But he can definitely drop an anchor, and he can stabilize the innings, and he can give you that balance. So since he's there, if I am RCB's team management, I would definitely push AB de Villiers at number 3 and try to make the best players play as many balls as possible. But they're going to play. Where are they going to play the maximum majority of the matches?
They will play in Chennai.
Chennai 5.
Yeah.
So it is going to be quite different. Chennai means it's not really the preference of Maxwell. And though De Villiers is an exception. I mean, he can play at any kind of pitches, any difficult conditions. I think he's suitable.
I think even as a batsman, we consider Maxwell. Do you think he will be useful with the ball also, given the conditions and the terrain?
Yeah, yes, for sure. I think the opposition is opening with if they're opening with left-handers, usually Sundar bowls in the power play.
Yeah.
Even if you really want to take that advantage, like probably if there are two wicket falls and there are two left-handers in the middle, I think you can definitely Glenn Maxwell 1 or 2 overs. I think, and I think this time really RCB was very wise in the auction. They even have bowling depth. Bowling depth where Kohli has a lot of options to choose from. But at the end, it all depends upon how they execute it. They do have the players, time and again we have seen RCB being a very good team. But we have to see how they'll execute. And what do you think? Will they qualify for the playoffs? What is your prediction?
I think at least they should qualify for the playoffs. Bare minimum.
Okay. So we want to move.
RCB. So we'll move on to the next team, CSK. Quite a lot of noise around CSK fans in social media. We have seen how their social media pages engage their fans and stuff like that, and they always have this associating Tamil film titles to their players. So they are always engaging their fans, and even despite the fact that they had a terrible season last time around, their fans are still optimistic that CSK will make a good comeback and they will qualify for the playoffs again, and they will probably win the trophy. So, do you really feel that CSK have left in the tank to win one more trophy, or do you think it's going to be a repeat of last season?
See, I think we have to understand one thing about CSK is Raina, Dhoni, Robin Uthappa, all Faf du Plessis, all these people are past their prime. If you play your primary players, if you concentrate more on Sam Curran, Ravindra Jadeja, Thakur, Deepak Chahar, right? As in you give those players the most number of balls or give them more important situations and stuff. Or Ruturaj Gaikwad, if they actually expose Ruturaj Gaikwad, then I think things can be a little bit different. As in, I think then I wouldn't say that they can. I'm not really sure whether they can win the trophy this time. Even if they qualify the playoffs, it will be great. It will be a big task for them, even for qualifying. Even if they qualify, I see them only finishing at 4th. But I wouldn't be surprised if they don't qualify for the playoffs.
So, given
because
the
I
fact,
think
okay, yeah, continue.
I mean, the major reason being is none of the players have game time. In sports, whatever it is, form, class, whatever it is, the most important thing is to be in touch with the game. That fitness, we keep hearing players, coaches telling you that game fitness and game awareness. They do have the game awareness, but they didn't play a lot of matches. They didn't, before coming to 2020, most of the players couldn't play. From 2020 to 2021, none of the players have played. Robin Uthappa at least has played Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy. Dhoni hasn't been part of any competitive cricket, so that will be an issue. But I think they know that this is their last season. Most of the players, so I think they can just give a final go for the fans, at least for the fans.
So last season we saw with CSK that despite the fact that they were kept losing and despite the fact that they were not getting those quick runs at the top of the order, they decided to stick to their plans. Their original plans, like will play out the initial overs and will go bang towards the end, which has been the formula of CSK for past few years. So, given the fact that that formula collapsed last season, will you see, or will you like to see? I mean, as CSK fans, can they expect any kind of change in approach, like bring in Moeen Ali at the top of the order, Sam Curran, let him open with Moeen Ali, think out of the box, drop du Plessis. Can those kind of experiments happen in this team, or will they stick to their original
No, they'll change it. I think they should change it. Like what I said previously, they have to shift the base of the main primary players of giving most number of balls to players like Karan, Jadeja, Moeen Ali. I think Moeen Ali is a very, very good pick. And the biggest problem or challenge that CSK is going to face is they're not playing in Chennai. The majority of the matches is in Mumbai, which is exactly opposite to the conditions in Chennai. So it's like a belter for spinners. batsman. You need to have a batsman in form. Normal CSK relies on spin a lot to to bowl those tight overs, to bowl those economical overs, and bring the batsman into the pressure. But those kind of things won't work. So it again comes into how well Joe Hazlewood has ruled himself out for the IPL. They haven't announced a replacement. You have Ngadi. Ngadi, he has bowled decently against Pakistan series, and Thakur is doing very well. He has a knack of picking up wickets. And Deepak Chahar, I think he has to step up. And post that stress fracture for the spine, it's very difficult for bowlers to make a comeback. But I think this is his time. If he has to be in the squad for the T20 World Cup, I think this is the time. But yeah, I think going into seeing in that way, I think CSK is going to struggle. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't qualify.
So let's assume that Lungi Ngidi is available for selection. Let's just generally try to make their playing 11. Who will be your four foreign players? Let's assume that Lungi Ngidi is available for selection. Who will be your four overseas players?
If Lungi and is there, then he'll make it into the playing 11 because you need that pacer in Mumbai. And I'll go with Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali is a very good hitter. It's a very good hitter. He can give you a couple of overs in the middle. And Sam Curran has been in great form. And it will be a pick between Faf du Plessis and Dwayne Bravo. I mean, whoever plays well in the nets, I'll take him in. Dwayne Bravo in Mumbai in those conditions, phase and his elements, then he can close out matches for you with the ball. And instead of Faf du Plessis, you have players like Ruturaj Gaikwad, Robin Uthappa, Raidu and stuff. But so that is how it is. If you feel like Raina and all are not in such a game time, then you can probably bring in Faf du Plessis, to give much more teeth to that batting lineup.
So I've been reading a lot of things in the internet. There has been things that many experts are also have touched this topic that Dhoni become a burden for this level. That's a controversial question, but at the same time, many experts have raised these questions, and I've seen plenty of people talking about it. Are you seeing Dhoni batting above the order, or will he go down the order to, you know, let the batsmen who are in form play and just he plays that captaincy and wicket keeping role? What is the role of Dhoni in this year's IPL?
Dhoni should play at number 4.
Okay.
Dhoni should play at number 4. Anything less than that will be a burden for CSK because Dhoni is not the old Dhoni. He takes nowadays he takes a lot of time. We have seen at his end of the career, he used to take a lot of balls to get off the mark. And last season we have seen him not so good with rotation of strike.
Correct.
Dhoni at his prime was best at rotating the strike. Even before Virat Kohli, he was kind of the pioneer of running between the wickets. And that has been, he's getting old and stuff. So it's tough to replicate that. So it's better for him to play at number 4 so that it will give him enough time to get set in. But I still feel Dhoni, the player may not be at his peak, but given his vast experience, smart cricketing mind, I think he can definitely manipulate the games.
That's for sure. Because I've been reading a lot of things. They were saying that and that kind of made kind of sense also. When especially when your last season wasn't so great, you were not winning matches, you were not scoring runs. Your top order was for Fluctuases had a lot of pressure to score runs. So that's what this thought came in. So are you seeing someone like Cheteshwar Pujara playing in the 11 sometimes in the tournament?
No, dude, I don't think so. He'll start. It's very difficult to see Cheteshwar Pujara coming into the 11 until and unless they have a similar kind of season like last year, where everything is falling apart. Then you can probably bring in Cheteshwar Pujara, but I don't see him at least being in the playing 11 for the first 5-6 matches. That's for sure. So that's it, guys. We have spoken about Chennai Super Kings.
So next
now we will move on and talk about another team, that is Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals, this is one more team along with RCB and Punjab Kings, sorry, which hasn't won the IPL so far. And from the last 2 seasons, I think Delhi has been improving very well, and they're really punching above their weight. And right now you have Rishabh Pant, who is leading the team in place of Shreyas Iyer. What do you think about that? I personally feel Shreyas Iyer as a captain, I don't think so Delhi will miss it. But Shreyas Iyer, the batsman, who was at least 400 runs bank. Last season, he scored 500 runs. That will be an issue.
Yeah, for sure. He was a reliable middle order batsman, and he led the team well also. I mean, given when he was given the captaincy from Gautam Gambhir, from there on to the final, which the Delhi Capitals played in 2020 season, they have only grown strength to strength, and it's very happy to see that Delhi Capitals are finally finding their core, and they are developing the team around their core, the Indian core, which is currently playing for India. So I think yes, the Shreyas Iyer as a batsman and and as also a captain will be a miss. But again, at the same time, it's a good opportunity for someone like Rishabh Pant, who has been really exceptional, and whatever he's touching in quite often, is turning into gold. So he's in that kind of form now, and he's very confident. I think it's the best time for to give him this responsibility and to take his game into the other level. And they also have the option of they also have people like Steven Smith, Ravichandran Ashwin, Shikhar Dhawan, and Ricky Ponting as a staff. They have people to support him in need of, if in case he requires anything. I think it will be a very interesting season for Delhi Capitals going forward.
So what do you think are the strengths of Delhi Capitals? Last year it was pace. Do you think still pace will be their main potent weapon? And what are the grounds where they're going to play majority of the matches?
They are going to play in Delhi and Ahmedabad in initial matches. So they will be happy with. Sorry?
Delhi won't play in Delhi, right?
No, they won't play in Delhi.
You said Delhi and Ahmedabad.
Oh, I said Mumbai. I meant to say I'm Mumbai.
Okay. So I think Mumbai and Ahmedabad, I think it will suit them. It will suit them more than Delhi. So what do you think will be the strengths of Delhi Capitals this season?
I think the pace battery again. Of course, initial matches they will miss the service of the pacey duos of Rabada and Nokia. But at the same time, they have somebody like Chris Wokes, who has been, a very reliable white ball bowler and test cricketer also for England. So he has that ability to swing the ball, and especially in the conditions like Mumbai, in the initial first few overs, where there is a little bit of swing in the air for the bowlers, he can really utilize it. And one more good utility from him is he can bat. So that is a added advantage as far as Chris Wokes is concerned, and they also have the hot Ravichandran Ashwin, who is really confident nowadays, and they will also miss the service of Akshar Patel. But again, they have a team to challenge any opposition on a given day.
Okay, when is Akshar Patel going to be available for Delhi Capitals?
I think he's still serving quarantine. They have to see whether once he gets tested negative, then they have to see and they have to assess him. Maybe I don't think he will play in first four matches at least, if I'm not wrong. Okay. At least, yeah. So it will be a miss.
And coming to the playing 11, I think the openers really pick themselves up. Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw will be opening. Both of them had contrasting season last year. Shikhar Dhawan had a very good season while Prithvi Shaw failed. But he's coming from Vijay Hazare Trophy. He's scoring most number of runs in a single season by any player in the history. So I think he'll carry that confidence. But it won't be very easy because the bowlers which are available in Vijay Hazare and in IPL are quite different. Yeah. And whom will be your number 3 player? Will it be Steven Smith or Ajinkya Rahane?
I'll have Steven Smith because Rahane is a good player, no doubt about it. The problem is with Rahane, he has been no, he hasn't quite adapted himself to this format, and you need some players who have this consistency and who scores runs. No disrespect to Rahane, but again, I don't see him in this format at least. So my number three will be Steven Smith. Four will be Punt. Five will be Stoinis.
Hmm.
And sixth position, last time around we saw Shamron Hetmeyer was playing that role. But I will be tempted to go with Sam Billings based on his form. He has been doing well and he had a good Big Bash League also. So he will be my number six. And number seven,
Hmm.
I'll have Chris Wokes. Number eight, I'll have Ravichandran Ashwin. And number nine, I will.
So wait a second. So you already have Steve Smith, Chris Works, and
Sam Billings.
Stoinis. You already have 3 foreign players.
My four foreign, I have picked four foreign players: Smith, Stoinis, Billings, and Wokes.
Billingson.
Wokes, Chris Wokes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Hmm.
so
This is
I'll
for the
go with
first match.
I'll go with Umesh
This
Yadav.
is for the first match.
Yeah, for
I'll
the
give you
first
an
match. For
update.
the
It's
matches where
because
Rabada and yeah,
Rabada and Nokia are in quarantine. So
yeah.
they're going to miss the first match. They will be available to Delhi Capitals from the second Delhi from their second match. So this 11 is made with keeping that in mind. Yeah.
So so
Yeah,
Wokes,
bro. Go on.
yeah, Wokes, Ashwin. I will try Manimaran Siddharth just because we don't. I mean, the Delhi Capitals doesn't have Akshay Patel's services. So Manimaran Siddharth is kind of like to like replacement. He is a left arm orthodox bowler as well, and he can bat a bit. So he will play that role, and I'll include Umesh Yadav and Amit Mishra in this playing.
Okay. So what is your prediction for this team to finish?
I think Delhi Capital should qualify for
Should qualify for
the finals.
the
Finals.
finals. I think last year they did very well. I think this is one of the teams which is very balanced, and I think I think they'll definitely qualify for the playoffs in my opinion. Finals is very too early because this time other teams are also in a very good strength compared to the last season. You have seen RCB has picked up a very good team. You have Punjab Kings who has picked up a good team. SRH right now is in its full strength with all the players available. And Delhi, again, I think they're going to miss Shreyas Iyer, the batsman, the most. I definitely would see them qualifying for the playoffs. But after qualifying for the playoffs, we have to see. I think if they have a good day, they might. Or if I think going to the playoffs, it depends upon your day. If it's a good day, you're going to qualify to the finals.
That
So
was
that's
it.
it, guys. We have spoken about it. And one last thing, let's make match prediction. The first match, Mumbai versus RCB. Whom do you think will win?
RCB.
RCB, okay. DC versus CSK.
DC.
DC. Okay, so that's it, guys. That is our prediction. Tell us your predictions in the comment section. Tata, see you. Bye bye.